It is Friday, a brand new content update, perhaps one of the biggest in recent memory. We've got a brand new legend and a brand new collection. Legends and Flashbacks, which is surely going to cost a lot. It's going to cost a ton, but we're going to talk about it here. Leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and let's see just how much exactly Scott Rolen, brand new legend, is going to be. Now, it is a 99. I kind of thought it was not going to be a 99 because some of, in particular, the Jolt series, the voucher for the Team Affinity content was 15 out of 30 cards. I thought, okay, they're going to be a little bit lax. Not the case. They're going 99. Scott Rolen, we'll talk about that in a sec. I am very excited, but how do you get him? All the stuff I had completed, wouldn't you know, it is no longer completed. And there's, in fact, a couple new things there. There's a standout, a spotlight, even a cornerstone collection within the mix. But how do you get Scott Rolen? You need 18 vouchers, which we have a couple right now. This is the Jolt series, which is transformed into the Scott Rolen, Leodalis DeVries, Anthony Santander, Roki Sasaki, Jacob deGrom. Those are all going to be vouchers. You saw a little new card there at the end, but let's first check out 99 Scott Rolen, brand new legend this year. And this card is pretty damn good. 107, 90 against righties, 103, 115 against lefties, 109 clutch, 90 vision, 93 fielding, 85 arm, 90 reaction, 65 speed. He's got 6 quirks. Unfazed, breaking ball hitter, first pitch hitter, situational hitter, some good ones there. Now, I just want to say this. What would I have liked to see? A Barry Bonds? Of course. Would I have wanted to see A-Rod? Absolutely. But you have to stop kidding yourself that thinking the new legend 6 weeks into launch, randomly at the end of April, is going to be one of those guys. It won't happen. Quit kidding yourself. Quit believing the creators that keep pumping up these tinfoil hat conspiracies that, oh, Barry Bonds is coming into the game. It was not going to happen. I'm sorry. Scott Rolen, he's an exciting legend, in my opinion. He's not the biggest of names, but if you level your expectations and think it won't be those guys, I think it is 1,000% fair to criticize SDS for their somewhat lackluster legend cast in comparison to other games. But realistically, we weren't getting a Bonds today. We weren't getting A-Rod. And in that case, I think Scott Rolen, one of the 499s of the game, is very good. So let's see exactly how expensive he will be. There's also a brand new Honus Wagner. Talk about a former collection boss, 91 overall for the 20th anniversary series, 93, 94 contact. He's got a lot of other stuff, not a lot of power here. 58, 65 power, 101 clutch, great bunting. 87 speed, pretty good fielding, can play a lot of spots. He's got 7 quirks to boot. So he should be required for, is that all the 20th anniversary? Yeah. All of them. Okay. It's going to be expensive. Let's go down the line. So you can skip one voucher. If you go and look, there's 19 vouchers possible. We'll move my fat face out of the way. There's 19 vouchers. You can skip one. Which is the most expensive? We'll talk about that. Obviously, the John Donaldson one could be a little bit pricey. Dahigo's about $100K. Josh Gibson is about $30K. This could be a long video. Just going to let you know. Because I want to talk about this stuff. So they are going to drop 2 more storylines in May, which means you don't have to get Gibson or Dahigo, which is going to lower the overall value of this collection. Let's see. Contributor, you need 28. I've got 27. You need every contributor series card in the game, except there's a new program. There's a Johnny Cueto who's a contributor series. I don't need Brandon Lau, but you need most every card in the game here. Last Ride. You need every last ride. You can skip one. There's a Jim Edmonds also in that program we'll talk about in a second, but you need most. So those 2 I will have done. You start to get the feeling this is going to be very expensive. Again, I thought with the Jolt series, maybe it's not going to be 99. I think it's pretty clear they're going the stub route, not necessarily the time spent route. Actually, they're going both. The Jolt is just kind of a freebie, a little bit of a gimme, only needing half those cards. Rookie Series. I've got 10. Okay, you can skip Fernando Valenzuela, but that is it. So far, the precedent has been almost everything has just missed one. Which, of course, they will get easier as time goes on, as more cards come out. Breakout looks like almost the exact same thing. You can skip one. So I have the Breakout voucher there. The Breakout series is kind of cheaper, except for Whit Merrifield, who's the AL Central, or the Royals collection with Bobby Witt Jr. Now, something I want to say, this is a great time for cards like this, which are inflated. Go play Diamond Quest, grind out these cards to grind stubs, and I'll probably give a couple more direct tips. 31 cards you're going to need for this. That's a lot. All-Star is one of the most expensive. You've got Goose Gossage, who's $80,000. Rob Dibble is $43,000. Brian Reynolds is $130,000. Chipper Jones is $70,000. Rafi Devers is $110,000. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. This is a massive stub sink. All-Star is probably one you might want to look at skipping. I do have Veteran, which you need most. Looks like you can skip 2 here, which there are a couple expensive cards, you know, with like Pettit, Johan Santana. So I've got that one right there. This is a ton of stubs that you're going to have to put in to get this done, which I expected if it was going to be a 99. I don't have enough second half, and there's a lot of expensive ones from Berkman, the Diamondbacks collection, Steve Finley, BR Flawless, Jimmy Rollins, Chase Pack, Randy Johnson, NOS, Chase Headley. It's tough. You need 6 postseason, which I do have. The postseason one shouldn't be too hard. This is the Phillies collection for Ryan Howard. Otherwise, like Steve Carlton is $10,000. Manny Ramirez is not too expensive. Postseason looks like an easier one. Standout, you need 5 cards featuring a brand new Jorge Posada, who's in the chase pack here, and he is ridiculously expensive. Yet another switch hitting catcher is coming into the fold. 97-100 against right, 88-80 against left, 100 clutch, 80 vision. The fielding is not great. Watched my video yesterday. I don't really care about fielding ratings too much. If people are going to steal with max speed, max steal, you aren't throwing them out anyway. It is what it is. He's got dead red. He's got first pitch hitter, a couple nice quirks. Might be the best catcher in the game. And right now, he is not required. There is a mini season Chris Bryant card, so you could skip one of these expensive guys. But this goes to show the precedent. You need 5 cards for the voucher. This is the AL East collection. This is the AL West collection. This is the Yankees collection. It is absolutely going to be very difficult to get this done. 12 spotlight cards. I've got 3. Tops now you need 40. I'm not close. Wow. Cornerstone, that should be a freebie. If you've played the game, if you've got these done, there's Cornerstone. So I feel like I play the game a ton. I could lock in John Donaldson. I'm going to wait because personally, I think that's a smart move here. If you're not close to Scott Rolen right now, take advantage of the inflation. Card prices are up because people are panic buying to try and get the collection done. If you're not close, wait for them to release more cards. If you aren't close on getting the American League East done, which features Darren O'Day, Paul O'Neill, that's over 300,000 stubs, why keep some of these cards when you could sell them for more? That would be my suggestion. So, very expensive. I need 8 vouchers. I don't think I'm going to be getting this done anytime soon. I'm curious. For example, 20th anniversary. Mauer's $20K. I might be selling Joe Mauer. That $20K might be a little bit more tantalizing for me than being 7 vouchers, 8 vouchers away from Scott Rolen. So that's my thoughts on that. Big Legend and Flashback collection today for Scott Rolen, brand new Legend. He cost an absolute fortune to get, but there is some free content coming today too. There's another Scott Rolen. There's an 87 Scott Rolen and a 79 Jim Edmonds. That is pretty cool. He's not very good. I think they just needed, something. They're like, here's a freebie. Here's a Rolen ration, a Scott snack. I think of a kind of buzzword for these collection fodder because you're not going to use 40-year-old Jimmy Edmonds realistically, but you might use 87 Scott Rolen. He is not great. He's 93-71 against right, 78-64 against left. Gold Shield defense. He's okay. I do like when they put out a new legend, especially considering how unobtainable this card is. Make it so you can still use Scott Rolen. There are people excited for him. I know a lot of people, and this feels crazy to say, might not have seen Scott Rolen. They might be a little bit too young. He was a better Nolan Arenado. He's a Hall of Famer, damn it. Scott Rolen, might not be a transcendental name. He is still a very good player, and that 99 is definitely good. There is some XP scattered about here. There's about 20K, it looks like. The big shebang we're looking for here is Johnny Cueto. This might be his last year in MLB The Show. Not exactly sure if he's going to be finding another place of employment within Major League Baseball. He's got 5-pitch mix, 4-seam, slider, sinker, circle changeup, and a cutter. That is really like my ideal pitch mix. He's got lower velocity, high BB9, exactly what I talked about yesterday with a guy like Pettit, Logan Webb. These guys dot, and they've got the pitch mix to be very tough to hit. You might not get a ton of strikeouts, but you're going to miss a lot of barrels, and you're going to induce soft contact. This should be a starter that almost everybody's going to use. 85 hit 9, 73 K9, 92 BB9. Fantastic card that you're going to get for free. How do you get him? Well, let's look. There is moment challenges, 3 of them right there. There's PXP missions with Scott Rolen, the Phillies, the Cardinals, and the Blue Jays. And you do have double PXP still going on, so this progress is going to be a little bit quicker. There's also 2010 Reds, a couple moment challenges, and then 750 PXP with the Reds. So Reds, Cardinals, Blue Jays, and Phillies, 750 PXP a pop on top of the PXP with the All-Star Rolen once you eventually get him in the program path. In a couple of moments, you're going to get Cueto Contributor Series card, which is going to be very necessary for the new collection. We've got new Spotlight stuff coming in today as well. Drop 4, that means next week when they put out Drop 5 of Spotlight, there's going to be the Lightning card. As long as you get all these programs complete, you'll be ready to go for the Lightning collection that's going to be dropping next Friday. We have Javier Sanoa coming in with the Marlins here. They definitely give precedent to the rookies within these top Snell cards I've noticed this year. Pretty good contact. Power against right is solid. Swiss Army knife can play a lot of positions. Cool. Not a ton to say. Chandler Simpson. This is pretty fun. No power. He's got, 60 power combined against righties and lefties, but he's going to be interesting. Bunt cheesers are going to love this card. Maxed out speed. He's 95-94 contact. That is very good. Maybe a little bit of an emaciated Carl Crawford for the Tampa Bay Rays right there. There is, of course, a April Spotlight Drop 4 moment challenge. And then you've got this Rhys Hoskins, 89. I loved his gold card. This one is going to bang. 73-94 against right. 104 against lefty. Sorry, undersold him for a second. Clutch at 101. Division 67. This is a damn good card. Speed, defense, sucks. We pay you to hit homers, Rhys. That's a really good card. I really like this Rhys Hoskins. He only has 1 quirk, which is unfortunate, but I think this one will absolutely be a fan favorite at first base. I'm a little bit more excited for a card in the pack, which we'll talk about here in a second. But again, how do you get him? Moment challenges. It looks like there's about 7 PXP missions. I think if you guys have played this year, you kind of know what the drill is here. Home runs, extra base hits, stolen base with specific positions. And there is an extreme moment where you have to score 10 runs. I was wondering if they're going to do this. Actually, the second time that the Cubs have done this, but of course, the Cubbies wound up on top. Scored 10 runs before getting 3 outs. 10-run 8th. Replicate that, what the Snakes were able to do. Be funny if then he had to switch sides and actually lose the game. Like, all right, score these runs, then blow it. That's the objective. What do we have in the packs that I'm talking about? It's Cal Raleigh. It's the big dumper. Another switch-hitting catcher. Ooh, okay. Never mind. He sucks. Kind of a all-star darling, maybe a moonshot darling. That contact, vision, and clutch, I I don't think that will play realistically. The power is great at 111, 110. The fielding, 82 arm, 65 block, does not have pop time. Ugh. They kind of butchered Cal Raleigh here. I was expecting a lot more. I don't know. He's not horrible, but if you're playing on higher difficulties, I don't think this card is really going to play. So actually, I'm happy that we got Rhys Hoskins in the program and not Cal Raleigh in the pack. Tyler Mahle for the Rangers. They love dropping poor pitch mix cards that probably won't get used too much within these spotlight packs. Four-seam, splitter, slider, cutter. Yeah, he's got good hit 9. Got a good personality. Jonathan Aranda, the Rays are getting a lot of cards this year. He's had a hot start. Really, platoon bat. 106, 96 against right. I think Madison Bumgarner is probably better against lefties. Realistically, he's not great. We've got Logan Henderson for the Brew Crew. He's 89 K per 9. Not a really good pitch mix. 4 pitches right there. Caleb Durbin, also a little less than fantastic. Yeah, kind of a poor drop for the pack. I think they really put the best cards of the program, which is good. I'm happy about that. There is that Jorge Posada within the chase pack right there. Let's go look at mini seasons because we have a brand new mini season out today featuring Chris Bryant, 90 overall standout series, which is pretty cool. I do like that a lot. I wish some of the higher overalls, you could see a little bit better cards in Flawless Rewards and in World Series. But there definitely is a lot of great stuff. You play Diamond Quest, you get 90 overalls. You play Conquest, you get 87. So you play mini seasons, you get 90 Chris Bryant. Play the program, you get a 90 Johnny Cueto. There's a Mark Canha contributor series. We've got, who is that? Shane Bieber, Mitch Garver for the Range. Hey, come on, that's a joke. Not for he was better with the Twins, damn it. Let's go find these cards. They should be on the market, I believe. I would hope, I would guess. Are they not on the market? Jack, can you not find these cards? Are they not on the market yet? Are they in the inventory? Are they somewhere? Somebody said Chris Bryant looked good. I don't know if they're dreaming.
Let's go over this content. Stupid drop. They butchered Cal Raleigh. They are making you get Jorge P to get Scott Rolen. Wow, man, lol.
Yeah. I don't think you can look at those cards yet. Unfortunately, in the mini seasons, unless I'm missing it somewhere. Yeah, I don't think you can. So we got to just guess on those cards right now because they're not discovered. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sure he's good. It's Chris Bryant, right? You know, how could Chris Bryant be bad unless he's playing in Colorado? So that's what we have today. Is there a new Conquest I want to see? There's probably a new Conquest map. There's a guitar map. Hell yeah. You know, shred a little on the strings. You get some show packs. A jumbo show pack, 4,500 XP. No, that doesn't work, Crimson. Press R2. All right, we'll try it one more time. It's the beauty of doing it live, baby. Can you see them? Why would R2 do anything? No, you can't look at the cards. They're not discovered. Once they are discoverable, then you can see the stats. So that's what we've got today. I think we went over everything. Double PXP, like I said, is still going on until Monday at noon Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a lot that they went over here today, and there's even more coming next week. Multiplayer program Drop 3 is coming on the 29th, as well as a new program and event for the 4 people who care. That's on Tuesday. And then the first ever roster update for this year affecting attributes is going to be on the 2nd of May alongside the Mayflower's Diamond Quest. And I believe we've also got, well, the Lightning card is also coming that day as well. So, a lot of stuff. I checked the inventory. We already looked. You can't look at the mini seasons cards yet until they're discovered because they're not on the market. So that's what we got. Brand new stuff today. Overall, I like Scott Rolen. I think if you're going to have a legend, again, if you level your expectations and understand it's not going to be a Bonds, I think Scott Rolen's a fun card. He's the third best card in the game at the moment. He's definitely someone you're going to want to go after. I do think that it's a lot, and it will level itself out at some point. Right now, the card is just simply not attainable for 99.9% of players. It is very, very difficult. It is meant to be hard to get, but my God, it's going to be hard. I don't know what else to say. If you're not close, maybe use this as an advantage. Try and sell some of these cards because they are inflated price. They are going to go down once people realize, oh yeah, I'm actually not going to be able to get it done. I do want to talk about one more thing. We have a flash sale going on today that will begin at 12:30 Pacific time. Probably about right when this video is going to release. We are streaming live on Twitch. Twitch drops are live for every MLB The Show streamer, including me. So if you come in, you guys can get free packs just by watching. And we're going to talk about the flash sale as they come in. Hopefully this time they don't try and screw the community. Let me know what you guys think about the new content coming in today. Brand new collection, a couple more programs, a lot of stuff. Let's keep it going. Twitch.tv/GomesDaLegend. Thank you.